It was a weekend to decide titles. Whether we were across the ditch and shouting at GT sports cars, or glued to the telly to watch a NASCAR thriller, Bob's Track Talk is back to celebrate the champs and commiserate the near misses. SRO Australia's GT classes ventured to New Zealand's Hampton Downs circuit to settle the 2025 score, and we were delivered two epic title deciders. In GT World Challenge Australia, Brock Feeney and Brad Schumacher claimed 2 poles, 2 wins, and ultimately the championship. But the crown was only handed over when the Ferrari of Elliott Schut was penalised for leaping too early in a late race restart. Pain for the prancing horse, elation for Audi, and an epic end to a great season. In monochrome GT4, the weekend started with, well, chaos. Nash Morris wiped out Silver Class leader Tom Heyman, and George Miedeke took the win, keeping his Stangs title hopes alive. In race 2, there were some weird things going on, but the focus was at the front of the field. Miedeke and teammate Rylan Gray needed to beat the McLaren of Heyman and Gagan to win the title. Gray tried it all to get by, but Heyman and his McLaren were a match, crossing the line for the race win and the title in another grandstand finish. There were plenty of support acts in NZ2, and the TA2 crew took the prize for the biggest multi-car wreck of the weekend. Let's go to Winton now for the final round of the Super Series. It was cool to see the trucks back on the national stage, and they brought the biff with them. And how about this slide job through the Turn 5 sweeper? We're almost certain that trucks aren't meant to do that. The Formula Ford racing was close, and in some cases too close. The Proddies were spinning while winning, and the legends were leaving no room for each other. 2 hands out the window, Peter Brock would be proud. And the TA2 muscle cars kicked up enough dust to ensure an uncomfortable day for any hay fever sufferer. There was a barrage of bumping and bashing, and even jumping, but it was Brock Payne who won every race, signing off the season with a last turn slide. And let's leave you now with an incredible NASCAR finale in Phoenix. The race was dominated by tyre failures, and the championship contenders weren't immune to the rubber rift. Denny Hamlin led the most laps and seemed destined to claim the title, but a late caution saw all cars head pit side. Hamlin put on 4 new tyres, Kyle Larson just 2. The shorter pit stop gave Larson track position with 2 laps to run, and he made the most of it. He crossed the line third to win his second crown, while Hamlin was left to rue what could have been. After a day of tyre torture, Larson torched what remained of his in a huge celebration. And that'll do it for me. F1 returns to Brazil this weekend, where Aussie Oscar has a chance to recapture the world title lead. I'm Richard Crowe, your host of Bob's Track Talk, and you'll hear more from me again next week.